Welcome to Module 1. As far as it goes, this is actually a really short module. The next modules will be a little bit longer. They'll be 4 and 5 weeks. The next one's 5, one of that one's 4, and the last one's 5. So this was kind of a short one. It gives us a chance just to kind of get to know each other, make sure we understand how the course is set up, and kind of just get a little bit of preliminary stuff, get a feel for how the course works. So this module will be fairly quick. You have basically until the Wednesday of the second week. So if you don't make that deadline, I'm gonna probably be forced to drop you because it's a pretty easy module and a fairly easy thing to meet. As far as it goes, this module has kind of two parts. The first part is sort of just going through the course. You're going to go through that getting started, the syllabus, look through all the modules, make sure you have your textbook set up, things like that. The other part is simply a lesson on what is philosophy and how does logic fit in as part of philosophy. So those are kind of your basic, just kind of setting the groundwork. This is a philosophy course. What is philosophy? And then as well as just kind of making sure you're squared away on how the course works. As far as it goes, you'll have an exam. It'll be over those. There'll be an introductory discussion board post. And that's really all there is to it. This one's worth 70 points, 20 for the discussion board, 50 for the exam. And that's about it. During this semester, I would like for you to make sure, during this module, you need to make sure your book is set up. You can purchase a Cengage MindTap code at the bookstore. If you would also like to get a copy of the book just to have on your desk because you like to read it in paper, they will sell you a book to go along with it. It's not that much more for the paper copy, but I don't know the exact amount offhand. It's a fairly small difference in price. As far as the Cengage code or the course goes, you'll do a lot of stuff online, so you do need to get that. You do need to have that in place. This first module, however, does not require that, and that's kind of the benefit of this is you have until the first Wednesday to get everything in order, and then you really have to have an order. If you're emailing me after that point saying, "Well, I don't have it, I haven't got my code," it's going to be kind of tough. I'm not gonna sit there and say I don't, I won't have much sympathy for that at that point. You've been given a little bit extra time with this. You don't have to tell me I haven't got my book because you don't need your book for this module. And so it's kind of a little bit of just time to get you comfortable and into the course. As far as it goes, I do want to mention one other thing while we're here. I always offer extra credit 3 times. There are 3 types of extra credit. There's a letter to the editor you can write, and that's going to be a requirement. Used to that was extra credit. That's a requirement now. But if you want to get it published, that's an extra credit opportunity. The second thing is there's a lot of homework, and that's a 360 points, or I think it's actually 310 points of the course, but I have 360 points worth of quizzes and homework that you do online, meaning there's 50 extra credit points. I mean, if you do all your homework and do it well, you can get up to 50 extra credit points. And then finally, the extra credit or the homework also usually allows you to do second attempts at it and things like that. So that should allow you to get more points. And then finally, the last thing is, and kind of the most important one for me, is I always give extra credit if you find an error, if you see a date wrong, you see a misspelling, you see a word usage wrong, grammar error, anything. If you let me know, I'll fix it and it'll give me a point. This course I was reworking over the summer and I was doing it fairly quickly, so I'm sure that there's some grammatical and little errors that as I went along I go, oh, I had this as a headline and it wasn't a headline on something, or the numbering was off or something. So if you see those errors, send them along, I'll fix them, and you can get extra points for that. That not only helps me to be better at what I do, it also is, as I get more and more from you, I become not annoyed at you, I get annoyed at myself for having allowed errors. And so it encourages me to work harder and to do a better job. But I know this being the first time, everybody needs an editor, and so I will appreciate if you send those errors and serve as an editor and help make the course better. All right, have a good day.